Hi, my name is Brad Nathan and I'm president of Lynx. I found that there was space in the market for an institution to focus on the small to medium space. It traditionally has not been a big focus for private equity, so I saw that as an opportunity to be able to provide liquidity for smaller businesses and also provide good investment opportunities for individuals. When we started, we were a little bit smaller for what we were looking for in a range of EBITDA, but nevertheless, that's the same concept. At the time, everyone seemed to be focused on technology investments, and really there was an opening in this area for no one who was paying attention to it. My expectation was that it was going to be a lot easier to operate these businesses, but I've since realized that the hardest thing is certainly the operations and raising capital, but nevertheless, these businesses require training and a good transition period. Effectively, we've seen that, I think the biggest arrogance that sits in this space is that the buyers of these businesses think that they know the business is better than the person who's been running it for 30 years. And our biggest adjustment has been basically leave the businesses alone and let them continue as they've been operating for a number of years. Don't fix what's not broken. I think so. We've gone into different businesses and different industries, but the concept is the same, making sure that we have a good president at the top or a good seller who's selling the business, because if you have a jerk at the top, you have a jerk at the bottom, and if you have a good person at the top, you have a good person at the bottom. So we really focus on the culture of the business and making sure that the seller is able to transition it properly and smoothly to the next president.
Hi, my name is Joanne Lipfeld and I'm the Chief Financial Officer of Lynx Equity Limited. We met in 2005. My dad was representing the seller of a business that Brad's first fund, Succession Capital, was buying, and suggested that we meet. And actually afterwards I sat on the advisory board of Succession Capital for a year, and I was invited to come and join that company as COO CFO in 2006. When it was decided that president didn't want to leave in 2007, I left there, and shortly after, Brad and I started Lynx Equity. Well, we're not your typical private equity firm. We don't have to sell a company in 7 years. We buy it, we hold it, we keep everything intact. I think other firms are all about the turnover, the transition, and making that quick money, and we're in it for the longevity, for the people. We like to build a business, build a family, and reap the rewards together.
We're different partly because, as Joanne said, we don't have a limited term fund. We don't have to sell our businesses, and we do have a buy and hold strategy. I jokingly say it's like Berkshire Hathaway with 3 fewer zeros. But our philosophy is the same. We buy good businesses with good people. A difference is certainly the size of the businesses that we focus on. When we started out, we were looking at $250,000 to $1 million in EBITDA, but right now we're in the $1 million to $3 million range for EBITDA.
We are never the largest bidder when we're buying a company, so a seller needs to be focused on his people first and want to maintain his company and the people and his brand or her brand, and that's why they would choose us. We pay a fair price. We do what we say we're going to do. We have a whole team of people that are going to come in with minimal changes. The most changes are around the reporting and financial and cash management. We're there to support the company, whereas other firms might come in and want to break up the company, sell parts, and certain vendors might only want top dollar, and that's what they care about, their exit in them. So it really has to be a match in the principles in terms of who we want to buy from and who wants to sell to us. So finding deals has never been our problem. They're in abundance. They're brought to us from accounting firms, law firms, business brokers. We're on tons of mailing lists. They're even referred to us from past sellers, current company presidents, the suppliers, the customers. We're well known in the industry for being active buyers, and a lot of people out there know what our parameters are. They're very specific, and they bring us a lot of deals. So we're in a good position to be those buyers.
I always say on my list of 100 worries, it's number one